afternoon, Brookline, and welcome to the 1999 Brookline Youth Baseball Major A All-Star Game. We're at beautiful Elliott Field on Chestnut Hill Avenue, where today the stars of the American League will face off against their counterparts of the National League. Hello everyone, my name is Howard Rosenstein and I have the pleasure of bringing you today's game. Folks, this will be the final All-Star Game this millennium. And looking at the rosters, we have the makings of a game that will rank up there amongst the best. We've got great pitching, great hitting, great fielding, all ingredients for a wonderful game. Stay tuned. We'll be right back after these messages. Don't go away.
There isn't a single city or town around here where you won't find a boy who needs someone to believe in him. Someone you can count on to hang in there with you while you work things out. Someone to be a big brother. What does it take to be a big brother? What do you have to spend? What are you expected to give? Well, all you have to spend is time. All anyone wants you to give is yourself. But you do that, and you'll change a kid's world.
First, the American League All-Stars. Representing the Tigers, Kyle Williams, Connor Shields, Alex Coburn, Mark Harris. From the Orioles, Stefan Papias-Lefebvre, Phil Martinetti, Joseph Tierney, David Madrid. Unable to attend today's game but named to the All-Star game from the Orioles is Joey Sherman. From the Red Sox, Sam Taub. The home run contest winner, Casey McCourt. Jason Nardella. And Willie Wallison. Head coaches determined by record. The head coach of the American League All-Stars is Paul Shields. Coaches of the Red Sox are Bruce Taub and Frank McCourt. Coach of the Orioles, doing the camera work for today's game, Arlen Shostak. Hey, Arlen! From the National League, representing the Pirates, Thomas Joy. From the Pirates, Paul Gormley. Darren Miller. And David Williams. David. From the Braves, Ben Duggan. Aaron Greenblatt. Jamie Waters, Nick Kelly. Named to the team from the Braves but unable to play is Ben Silk. From the Dodgers, Jake Wiesel. Owen Ramika. Willie Goldsmith. And John Joya. Head coach of the National League All-Stars, determined by record, Steve Z of the Pirates. Hey, Will Porter of the Pirates. Braves coaches at shortstop in the shortstop hole is Jim Duggan. And Lee Greenblatt of the Braves. Don't want to forget Ken Laham of the Pirates. And head coach of the Dodgers, Bill Cribben. Umpires of today's game. You can get them? Bill Walsh. And calling balls and strikes, Sam Schlossberg. Thank you very much, everybody. We'll be starting today's action in 1 minute.
There isn't a single town around here where you won't find a boy who needs a big brother. What does it take to be one? All you have to spend is time. All anyone wants you to give is yourself. But you do that, and you'll change a kid's world.
Today's game from the Orioles, Joseph Tierney. Jake Weisel is pitching. I am joined at the broadcast booth by the president of Brookline Youth Baseball, Bert Nadler. No, you're talking right in here. And there's a strike to Joseph Tierney. Let's run down the defensive alignment for you all. At first base from the Dodgers, Owen Ramika. Second base will be Paul Gormley of the Pirates. That's another strike. Strike 3 to Joseph Tierney. Jake Weisel is firing him in strong. 1 out. Let's continue the lineup. At shortstop, Tommy Joy. At third base, we've got Ben Duggan. In left field, Jamie Waters. In center field, Darren Miller. And in right field, Willie Goldsmith. Up to bat, second batter of the inning, Casey McCourt. That's a nice rushed first half of an inning. And another strike to Casey McCourt.
Really?
Strike 2.
It's interesting how he hasn't thrown a ball yet.
Yeah.
It's looking like the Pedro of Brookline Youth Baseball.
That's for sure. It's got a beautiful motion. There's a ground ball to the shortstop. Gormley takes it up and fires onto first base. It gets past Ramika. And Casey McCourt will scamper into second base on the throwing error. Let's recap the situation, everyone. We have a runner on second base with 1 out. And at the plate will be Kyle Williams of the Tigers.
There go Kyle. Kyle!
Brett, before you finish up your duties here, I want to get into how things have gone this year. So when we can find a second between pitches or something, you can just give a little synopsis of the year so far. Ooh, that gets past Greenblatt. And Casey McCourt takes third base on a swinging strike that eluded Greenblatt, the catcher.
Well, certainly one of the great things about this year has been the weather.
That's
Unlike
for sure.
last year when we lost, I think, a total of 59 games to rain. This year we've lost maybe 2.
Yeah.
Maybe even 3 at the most, and so it's been a great season. Everybody's gotten to play much more baseball than usual.
Williams with a beautiful bunt. Here's a play at the plate. He's going to be safe. Oh, what a beautiful squeeze play by Kyle Williams to bring home the first run. Williams not known for his bunting. He's usually known for his power hitting. But he showed all types of batting acumen right there.
That was a beautiful play. Well executed.
Nothing the pitcher could do on that one.
And actually terrifically done. A perfect bunt right down the line. Obviously he's got great genetic heritage.
That brings up Sam Taub. Williams fakes a steal. Taub takes his first strike. Weisel is still throwing strikes.
He's poised out there. He realizes that while it's still an exhibition game, he wants to do as well as he can, and he's still throwing strikes. There's a ball.
That's
finally.
high, yeah, finally. And the throw down, oh, close play, he's safe.
Nice throw down to the plate. Smart baseball by the catcher.
Careful, Kyle.
And Greenblatt showed no hesitation on that throw. Another foul. You have to understand, fans, these kids are working with different teammates for today, so there had to be some signals between Greenblatt and Ramika at first base on that throwdown. There's the windup and the pitch from Weisel. Ooh, and it hit him right in the arm. He'll be okay. He's just going to shake that one off. That one got away from Weisel. They'll bring first and second with none out.
And Weisel's full of remorse. You know, kids don't like hitting other kids. It doesn't happen that often. But Weisel throws hard.
And sometimes it gets away.
It gets away sometimes. It's one of the risks.
I will say, this year we have had one of the finest groups of pitchers league-wide. The walks are down, the strikeouts are up, the games are quicker. We have a real good group of kids pitching this year. To the plate is Stefan Papias Lefebvre with runners on first and second and no outs. The American League is leading 1-0. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
That's why they wear helmets.
That's why we wear helmets, folks. That's why we wear helmets. He looks like he's okay.
What's great is that all the kids know each other. They all like each other. And it doesn't matter whether they're in the American League or the National League. You know, the first thing that the first baseman did is he walked up to the batter and said, "Are you okay?" These kids are all friends.
Yeah, that's one of the nice things about the program at Brookline Youth Baseball is that we integrate all the kids on the teams with schools from all across the city. That way they get to know each other well, even if they don't go to the same school, so that by the time they get to high school, the same high school, they all know one another. And teammates now at this level could be teammates in the high school teams.
Well, Coach Paul Shield, acting like Dr. Shield, checked out the runner.
And his son Connor Shields is up at the plate with bases loaded and nobody out. Let's see what Connor does on a Weisel pitch. That's low and inside for ball 1. Connor's had a great year on the mound this year. His all-star status is recognizing that. Here's the windup and the pitch from Weisel. And there's a strike right down the middle. Ooh, a swinging strike from Shields.
Blew that one by him.
Yeah, he sure did.
You know, I'm impressed with Weisel staying out there. I mean, he's clearly shaken by hitting his friends, and he's just out there still throwing hard.
Yeah.
Ooh, that was
throwing very hard. Yeah, beautiful pitch with 2 strikes. And that's also a nice thing to see is not just the raw talent, but the intellectual side. He threw that one in the outside corner, tried to make Shields fetch it. And that's what you do with 2 strikes.
Nice pitch.
And there's strike 3 for the first out of the inning. To recap, we have bases loaded. We have Kyle Williams at third base.
Second out of the inning. I'm going to lead off. Lead off guy strike out.
No. Oh yes, I'm sorry. You are absolutely right. That's the second out of the inning. That's why you're the president. I'm the vice president. 2 outs. And Mark Harris to the plate. Mark's an 11-year-old from the Tigers. Ooh, that one gets past him.
Yep.
And Kyle.
Good recovery, way to cover the plate. Exactly what needed to be done, and so to prevent the run from scoring.
Jake, he was a little wild, yeah. He's funny.
That's a 1-ball count on Mark Harris, a catcher from the Tigers. Here's the windup and the pitch. Strike 2.
Yep.
Yeah. 1 ball, 1 strike. And that's low for ball 2.
Coach is helping him out.
Don't tell me the coaches don't want to win this game or be competitive.
Now, the great thing about this game is that everybody enjoys playing.
And by the fans in the stands, they enjoy coming to it too.
The crowd is huge.
And we couldn't have avoided a more perfect day.
No.
A foul tip and caught
Into the mitt.
for strike 2.
Some nice catching by the catcher.
Beautiful, beautiful play. Counts 2-2.
Start the game.
Oh, and strike 3, got out of the inning.
Left the bases loaded.
So 1 run scores on the American League side on a Kyle Williams sacrifice or squeeze play. And at the end of the first half an inning, the American League won, National League coming up. Don't go away. We'll be right back with the National League coming to the plate for the first time.
There isn't a single town around here where you won't find a boy who needs a big brother. What does it take to be one? All you have to spend is time. All anyone wants you to give is yourself. But you do that, and you'll change a kid's world.
Let's go through the defensive alignment for the American League. Pitching is Connor Shields. His battery mate, Mark Harris. At first base is Joseph Tierney of the Orioles. Casey McCourt at second base. Connor's first pitch is high and outside to Jake Wiesel. Kyle Williams, a standout shortstop, is playing short. Sam Taub at third base. Jason Nardella in left. There's a strike from Shields. It counts 1-1. Stefan Papias Lefebvre is in center field, and David Madrid of the Orioles is in right field. Jake Wiesel is the batter. A 1-1 count. And he fouls off for 1-2.
Jake Wiesel throws right-handed but bats lefty.
You know any major leaguers that do that?
Oh, it's a great attribute to have if he can be a left-handed batter and a right-handed thrower.
There's a strike. Strike three. Strike three. There's one out. Question is, how does he take his exams? Is he right with his left hand or his right?
Good question.
Ben Duggan
is the second batter. Throws left and bats right. Go figure.
You know who did that was Ricky Henderson of the Athletics.
That's what my son does too.
Ben Duggan is up.
Another lefty.
Another lefty.
He also throws right and bats left.
That's right.
What?
These Brookline youths are very talented. There's a lot of instruction coming in from Frank McCourt and Paul Shields. Here's the second pitch.
Looks like it was outside.
Ben Duggan, stay right in there, Ben Duggan.
Pitcher's right on top of it.
2-0 is the count, it looks like, from the umpire Sam Schlossberg. There's the windup, and Shields' pitch followed off by Ben Duggan. Ben is a great hitter. He's batting around 500 for the year. Always gets the bat in the ball, and it's usually a line drive.
Stay right in there, Ben Duggan.
And a swinging strike, a beautiful pitch. A diving fastball to bring the count even at 2-2. Connor Shields has just made a tremendous improvement from last year as a pitcher. Oh, almost. Nice pitch.
A little high.
You got a full count. Connor's batting average.
Very patient batting.
Yep. Connor's batting average against is about 170, I think. Here's the windup on the full count. And
he walked him. Great at bat by Ben Duggan.
A little ploy by the pitcher over to first base to make sure the runner doesn't sneak off the bag. Oh, the ball gets past the pitcher. Runner could have advanced. But a nice backup by Sam Taub. Thomas Joy is up with a runner on first base and one out with a score 1-0 American League. And it's a foul ball. TJ was in the game last year, Bert, as an 11-year-old. That's quite an honor for 11-year-olds to make the All-Star team.
Yeah. He's a big boy.
Yeah. Oh, a nice pitch by Shields.
He's got a great swing.
Yeah, he attacks the ball every pitch. That's 2 strikes to Joy with a runner on first base and 1 out.
No, see, it's the day after, right? You gotta get your priorities correct.
Oh, what a pitch by Shields for strike 3. He got Joy looking.
2 strikeouts this inning.
Beautiful call, third strike. That had some heat on that one, too.
Both of these pitchers are throwing really hard.
2 outs, runner on first, brings up Aaron Greenblatt of the Braves.
Now here's a very big player who really can stroke the ball. I've seen him hit a couple of homers way over the fence.
Well, that can't be true. He's not going to bunt.
No, but he tried to get a ball thrown to him. Exactly, it worked perfectly.
Yep. The next time he bunts will be his first, I guarantee it.
Now he's a free swinger, but he also seems to be a fairly patient hitter.
Yeah, he also is batting around 500 for the year. Oh, look at that swing.
Boy, what a swing he has.
Yeah. Every pitch could be a potential home run. He has 11 on the year, I believe.
He's got a terrific form. He's got a level swing that he swings right through the heart of the strike zone.
And he wants to make sure his equipment is properly tied and buckled and everything so he can take his cuts. Here's a steal. Oh, and he's safe. A beautiful play by Williams to keep the ball in the infield. Ben Duggan takes second base on an aggressive slide. We have 2 outs with a runner on second. Aaron Greenblatt at the plate. That was a delayed steal. 2-1.
Now we got 2 Braves. You know, 1 Brave is on base. The second one's at the bat.
And there's a foul. How many times do you think Aaron Greenblatt has brought in Ben Duggan over the year?
Yeah, that's right.
Ben's usually the number 1 or 2 hitter, and Aaron's usually the cleanup hitter. The wind's blowing up a bit.
Yeah, we got our first dust storm. Umpire wisely says timeout while the dust settles down.
Oh, and he struck him out on a beautiful low and outside pitch. What a confidence builder for Connor Shields. Leaving a runner in scoring position stranded. The American League lead 1-0 at the end of 1 inning. We'll be right back, folks. Don't go away. We have the same defensive alignments in the second inning as we did in the first. The American League, the first batter is going to be Jason Nardella, I believe, of the Red Sox. I am joined in the broadcast booth by coach of the Pirates, Will Porter. Will, it's good to have you. Thank you for helping out today.
It's a great day, huh?
Beautiful, just perfect. Here's Weisel's first pitch, and maybe we'll have our first chance of the ball. And it goes right past us. Strike 1 to Jason Nardella.
Jake pitched out of a jam last inning, didn't he?
He sure did. Left bases loaded, was it?
Yes, sir. Struck him out.
Hey guys, we all have games tomorrow.
Threw that one a little bit low. Bounced in the dirt for a 1-1 count. Nardella is making his first trip to the All-Star game. We have a 1-1 count. Oh, nice pitch by Jake Weisel. You can almost hear the grunt in the stand.
The All-Star games are great. You got a great pitching depth.
Yes.
You can rely on.
That one a little bit behind Nardella. Yeah, unfortunately, one of the better pitchers in the league, Ben Silk, is unable to play today, unfortunately due to an injury. And we've been a little bit stronger for the National League side. And a swinging strike by Nardella for strike 3. 1 down in the American League top of the second inning. David Madrid up to the plate. He's a lefty from the Orioles. He's an 11-year-old and quite an honor for him. There's a strike 1.
Well, the Orioles do have a very, very young team this year.
Yeah.
Many 11-year-olds.
And they're doing very well. They're hanging right in there. Tough strike. Outside corner pitch for 0-2. Looks like the umpire, Will, is really taking charge of the game. There's no screwing around.
No, he keeps it moving. He's very, very professional back there.
And strike 3 to Madrid for the second out of the inning.
He seems to be having a complete control of all his pitches today. He's moving the ball up and down, in and out. Got a little wild in the first inning, but he's settled down quite nicely.
That's right, and brings up Joe Tierney of the Orioles in his second at bat, his first one he struck out. Here's Weisel's windup. And a high pitch.
Jake Weisel is known for the 0-2 off-speed pitch to get batters. One of his favorite out pitches.
Yeah, there's an inside pitch, so that's 1-1.
Go, Joe!
Will, how's the talent been this year compared to last year?
I think it's very evenly distributed. I think, but top to bottom. Whoop.
There's a little bloop of the Weisel, and he drops it. And there's no one covering first base. Folks, Weisel reached on Tierney reaches on an error by Weisel. That one, a couple of mistakes. Tierney learns why you should run out every single hit ball, and Enrique's probably going to remember to cover the base each time, no matter what.
You don't want to take anything for granted.
That's right. Sometimes the hardest ones are actually the easiest ones are actually the hardest ones.
Yeah, no, the talent this year, I think from top to bottom, there's a lot. The talent is evenly distributed, and there's a lot less of a gap between the talent this year, and I think that's evened things out, and it's reflected by the records, by the team records this year. I mean, you have 4 out of the 6 teams that are at or around 500.
Yeah, they're all within 1 game of second place. A shot to the third base. What a play by, and out at second base. What a beautiful play by Ben Duggan, picking that ball out of the dirt.
Paul Gormley covering at second base.
That's right. Nice play. The National League coming up, down 1-0. Don't go away.
Which child deserves to be read to? This one? Or is it this one? Which child will learn to use a toothbrush? Who will have a chance to sing? The choice is yours. Volunteer for Head Start. With your help, more low-income preschool children can get what other children already have. Change the world of a child, and you change the world.
We're back with the second inning. Looks like Darren Miller at the plate, right, Will?
Affectionately known as Big D to the Pirates.
Oh, Big David Williams?
No, Big D, Darren Lewis.
Oh, Big Darren Lewis. Darren Miller. All right. An 0-1 pitch from Shields is low and outside for ball 1. Let's review the defensive alignments. We have Shields pitching, Harris catching, Tierney at first base, Casey McCord at second base. Oh, nice pitch by Shields, 1 and 2. To continue, Kyle Williams is at shortstop. Bruce Taub is at third base. Sam Taub, I'm sorry, Bruce is his dad, he's the coach. And there's a shot, a foul ball. Jason Ardell is in left field. Steffi Lefebvre is in center field. And David Madrid from the Orioles is in right field. Darren Miller is at the plate, the first batter of the
Big D has come a long way. He's come into his own this year. He's got 3 home runs this year.
Hopefully that's Friday.
And in a
nice pitch. Nice
in a
try.
very memorable game, he against the Dodgers, he tied up the game in the bottom of the 6th and then won it in the bottom of the 8th.
Wow, bottom of the 8th. You don't see that very often. And there's a pop-up to the shortstop. Williams is under it. 2 hands. He called for it. That's the way to do it. 1 out. That's the way it's supposed to be done, Will. 2 hands. I'm supposed to hear the call out all the way out over here. And then you just corral it into your chest.
It's the basics. It's the basics.
So with 1 out from the Dodgers, batting is Willie Goldsmith. Goldsmith, an 11-year-old All-Star. Taub corrals it in and throws him out to Tierney. Just like that, 1, 2, 3. Beautiful play. Makes them look easy, these All-Stars. That's 2 outs. Brings up Jamie Waters of the Braves.
Loser American Redneck.
This was our closest hope in the home run hitting contest this fine day. He hit the wall on the fly.
He's got power. He's hit a few home runs this year so far. An 0-1 pitch from Shields. Shields is pitching just beautifully. You have to agree with me, Will. You were here last year. Connor has done quite an about-face, not an about-face, but he's just improved tremendously this year over last in his pitching.
It always amazes me the jump in talent and ability from an 11-year-old to a 12-year-old. I've been at this 10 years, and it never ceases to amaze me how much talent and ability a child will develop between 11 and 12.
Especially if they play in the summer league team or go to camps in the off-season.
Experience and confidence.
Yep. And there's a shot. Did we speak too soon? Pappy Lefebvre underneath, takes off his glove, but is able to hold him to a single, a long single. That's a tough fly ball in this sun. Thing we need to mention here, Will, is a lot of these kids are playing out of position. Typically we'll have a lot of pitchers and shortstops and catchers. There's a strike to Joy. So a lot of these kids may be playing positions that are unfamiliar, and I don't know if Steffi has played in center field or if the sun had bothered him on that one, but nonetheless, there's 2 outs, runner on first base, and TJ up to plate. Gormley. Make that Gormley. Hard hit ball to second base. Casey McCoy, and what a play to dig it out by Joe Tierney for the 3rd out of the inning.
A little strut from Mr. Joe.
At the end of 2, American League 1, National League 0. Don't go away, we'll be right back after these messages.
Janine woke up in a cold sweat with one thing echoing through her brain. Who was this guy in her bathroom?
Meanwhile, Barry was thinking, whose bathroom am I in?
Janine remembered going to the party the night before and getting smashed out of her mind.
Barry remembered getting drunk and acting really stupid.
Eventually.
The whole evening came back.
Oh, I must be really stupid.
I must be really dumb.
What did I do? How did I get myself into this?
Well, what did I do? How did I get myself into this?
What about AIDS? Then they both realized, much to their relief, that unlike the rest of us,
they were just cartoons.
Get high,
Get stupid.
get AIDS.
We're back at the top of the 3rd inning. I am joined in the broadcast booth by with the Dodgers coaches, Randy Joya and Bill Cribben. Defensively, in the 3rd inning, the pitcher is Ben Duggan. The catcher is Aaron Greenblatt. First base is Paul Gormley. Second base, Tommy Joy. Shortstop is Jake Wiesel. Nick Kelly is at 3rd. In left field is Jamie Waters. In center field, we've got David Williams, and in right field, Owen Ramika. At the plate, representing the Tigers, is Alex Coburn. Bill and Randy, have you seen a lot of Alex Coburn this year? Bill?
Go ahead, Randy. I'm going to let
Randy?
you go first.
He's deferring to you.
He's a great player.
And there's a hit automatically. Randy spoke and Alex complied.
Alex is a very smooth player. He's got a lot of skill, and he comes to play every time he comes to the game. He's a great kid. I had him on my team a couple of years ago, and he's a great kid to coach. He's got a lot of potential. Very smooth. Rarely makes a mistake.
Well, he certainly had no inhibitions as an 11-year-old all-star there. First pitch swinging like a Nomar Garciaparra. Brings up Willie Wallison from the Red Sox. He'll try to move Alex onto a scoring position. We have Bruce Taub coaching at first base, and his co-coach Frank McCourt. Frank's giving them some signs. Willie squares the bunt, brings it back. Alex fakes the steal, and Aaron returns it to the pitcher. That's how it's done. Bill, how about Ben Duggan on the mound?
I haven't seen him at all this year.
Boy,
Except
you're a wealth of knowledge so far. He's a fine pitcher.
See him tomorrow.
Want to go to me on my pitch?
Willie Wallison's following off a couple of pitches.
Oh, who's here?
Oh, buddy.
How are you?
We've got Alex at first base, Alex Coburn, in a 1-0 game. 1-2 is the count.
When Garber comes down, let's speak to Garber.
Okay, now he's got Garber. Is he still around?
Strike 3. Beautiful pitch by Ben Duggan.
Hard pitch to hit, Howie.
Yeah, Randy, I was mentioning to Will, I believe, that a lot of these pitchers are so smart. You know, they've got raw skills, but they also have a lot of intelligence. They'll throw an 0-2 pitch on the outside corner. And just shows that they've been taught really well.
That's right.
Now to the plate, Steffi Lefebvre, yep. Bill, have you seen Steffi this year?
Yes.
Okay. How's Steffi doing? He's a 10-year-old in this league.
Well, he's the best pitcher on his team. He's about the 4th or 5th best in the league. And he's only a 10-year-old. He's also hit 2 or 3 home runs, I think.
Well, there's a cut right there.
On step.
Steffi took one off the batting helmet in his first at-bat, but he gets up there, right back, and fouls one off.
Howie, Nick Kelly at third base. Just want to say he played on my team last year. Was not an all-star in Major B. Now 1 year later, he's really worked on his game. He's improved his game. He's a Major League A all-star. Really done well.
Alex Coburn takes second base.
Lazy glove by the catcher there.
Yeah, it's nice to see first-year all-stars, especially when they're 12-year-olds, and it shows the dedication to the game to really work hard to get to this level.
He really works hard every game he comes to play.
Here's the pitch, and here's a foul ball. Looks like it's going to be out of play. Greenblatt will have no chance at that one. The battery is a Braves battery. So these two are familiar with one another. They'll work the ball inside and out. Ben's doing a little grooming on the pitching mound. Umpire Sam Schlossberg calls out the count of 2-2. And there's a little pop fly to Nick Kelly, and he corrals it in with two hands. That's the way to do it, Nick. That's the second out of the inning. 2 out to the runner in scoring position. Brings up Connor Shields.
Come on, Connor! Give it a tag!
Connor did a great job pitching in his 2 innings. Let's see if he can bring home a run. Maybe get him the win today.
Dave, come here. I saw you with that.
Bill, tell me a little bit about the Dodgers. Who's anchoring your team this year? I know Jake Weisel did a great job.
Well, Jake and Francis are probably our two best players.
Francis Taylor.
We got a good group of 11-year-old players with John Joyer and Owen Ramika, Willie Goldsmith, Michael Yora.
So let's look out for the Dodgers next year. We have some friendly competition going on amongst the coaches. Some friendly bantering. Ben Duggan throwing some high heat up there.
And Dodger coaches are great at getting hit by foul balls too. Ask Randy.
Randy's going to test the Brookline Youth Baseball insurance policy.
Randy got one today, and I got one the other day.
Get your bench to cheer.
Well, you know, we're all kind of dumb when we stand in front of the dugout like the 4 National League coaches are and the American League coaches. And there's a ball in the dirt. A nice stop by Greenblatt. I am really impressed, Randy, with all the catchers in this league. How well they stop the ball on the low throws, the foul tips, everything. And there's ball 4 to Connor Shields. First and second, nice at bat.
I think catching is the hardest position to play in Little League, and you really have to be dedicated. And the kids that I've seen, Greenblatt, Michael Yora on our team, have really worked hard, and they're really great backstops.
I think Bill was telling me that Mike Yora had caught about 8 or 9 consecutive foul tips.
That's right.
That's just great. Mark Harris is up to the plate with runners at first and second and 2 out. See if he can bring home his teammates. Coburn, nope, he's not going to try, and Connor's going to get held up between first and second. They try to run him down at second, and he slides in safely.
They were looking at that lead runner, Howie, and they missed Connor Shields off the base.
They did, but one thing that we do try to teach them is to always look at the lead runner.
That's right.
The guy behind him can't go anywhere past the lead runner.
Come on, Mark!
That ball gets a little bit away from Ben Duggan. That goes high. We've got Tigers at second, at first, and at the plate.
Come on, Tiger!
2-0. And that's in the joint. What a stop. You know, we talk about it so much about these great catchers, but there's another example. I don't know if you can confirm this, but some people are telling me that Aaron Greenblatt tries to throw a runner stealing from his knees. He doesn't even bother to get up. He has such a strong arm.
We've heard that.
I haven't seen him do it, but he can. I think he can.
He's got a strong enough arm to do it.
He can throw it down from his knees on a strike.
I used to have a rule that I wouldn't draft any player that was taller than me, but Harris with a bullet over to TJ at second base, who throws it to his teammate Paul Gormley for the out to retire the side. No runs scored at the end of 2.5 innings. The score: American League 1, National League coming to the plate. We'll be right back after these messages. Don't go away.
In a recent worldwide educational test, the United States didn't rank first or second
Taiwan,
or even third.
Switzerland.
It seems while the rest of the world raised their educational standards,
Scotland, Slovenia,
we didn't.
Spain.
So we came in 14th.
The United States.
And 14th is no place for our kids to be. Call 1-800-96-PROMISE, and we'll give you lots of ways to help our kids move forward again.
Taking the mound from the Orioles is Stefan Papias-Lefebvre. He'll be throwing to Owen Ramika. Here's his first pitch, and he throws a nice strike.
This is about what 80% of his pitches are.
That's the way we try to have him. That one gets away from Martinetti. Paul Shields is doing a fine job coaching this game. If you notice, folks, he's using the batteries from each team. Last inning we had Shields and Harris. This we have Lefebvre and Martinetti. That's a high ball 2, and O is the count. No, 2-1, I believe. That's right too.
Lefebvre has great form, Howie. He really takes a beautifully long stride, keeps his back bent, and consequently that ball stays low, and then the strike zone.
Change up.
Yeah, a lot of these pitches will try to throw a change-up with 1 or 2 strikes.
He actually has a very good change-up too. I've seen him get a number of batters out with it.
Full count. And he fouls off what could have been ball 4, I believe.
Heck of a foul ball.
But protecting the plate, as everyone is supposed to do. You don't take any chances on a full count. Here's Steffi's second full count pitch to Ramika. And a little squibber to the pitcher. Takes his time. Nice and easy to Tierney at first base for the first out of the bottom of the 3rd inning. Thank you.
It's a great pitch right in on the fist there.
That's right.
Swing at it.
Beautiful pitch.
Got it to hit a ground ball.
For the National League, the batter is Jake Wiesel, who started the game off as a pitcher. One of those interesting left-handed batters, right-handed throwers that Bert Nadler was talking about. Nice pitch on the outside corner. What a nice pitch. Connor Shields in center field is lining up his outfielders, as the captain of the outfield should do. Oh, and that's a nice changeup. Almost got him going. There was that changeup. Randy, these kids love playing in the All-Star game, don't they?
Oh, they love
They get so excited.
Game, yeah. It's a great event.
That was a high pitch. Wiesel fouled that one off. Sam Schlossberg, the umpire, showing off his arm. Oh, at the knees. What a pitch at the knees for strike 3.
Lefebvre stays ahead of the hitters, Howie.
Where you going, Joe?
And Joe Tierney thinks they're 3 outs.
Joe, we'll give him
Joe must be up first next inning. Look at that smile. That's what baseball is all about. To the plate, we've got Ben Duggan. Not too many hits today, Randy.
No.
We had the squeeze play for a hit. We had a nice drive by Alex Coburn. It was a little low. Nice stop by Martinetti.
We've seen some great pitching here today, Howie. The pitchers have really been great. Shields pitched a great game against us opening day. 4 innings of no-hit ball against the Dodgers.
I believe Shields and Coburn were a two-force tandem throwing a no-hitter against the Red Sox earlier this week.
Ben, your count now, your count.
Another right on the corner. You're not going to hit that pitch.
Well, if they did, that's the second time they've done it. Because they did it on opening day, too.
I believe that's right. Okay, we are trying to remove a child from the left field fence. Boy, Sam doesn't miss anything, does he?
Yeah, they're 1-1.
Another changeup. Looks like the changeup is a favorite pitch on 2-strike count.
Howie, can the pitchers throw curveballs in the Little League?
No, curveballs are not allowed at this level. Ben Duggan scribs one foul. You know, one thing that we really pride ourselves on is taking the utmost safety, and we don't want to risk a child injuring his arm throwing a curveball incorrectly. you know, a lot of kids know how to do it and go to pitching coaches, but a lot of the coaches aren't experienced enough to teach kids how to do it, and just don't feel it makes sense to try it. So there are no curveballs allowed. Off-speed pitches are allowed, like the changeup. They'll learn how to throw curveballs later on. They don't have to start at 12.
Most of the good pitchers do throw that changeup.
Oh yeah, yep.
Key pitch. We've seen it here with Babe.
Yep. Yeah, they can start learning to throw the curveball when they get higher up at higher levels. Here's a nice pitch. He blew it right by Joy for the first strike. We have a runner at first base. It's Ben Duggan. TJ's a big kid.
He's a hard-throwing pitcher too, Howie. Probably see him later on today.
Yep. You'll definitely see him later on today. Here's that changeup. Strike 3. What an inning for Lefebvre, the 10-year-old. A 1-2-4 inning, retiring the side. No runs scored at the end of 3. The American League clinging to that 1-0 lead. Don't go away. We'll be back right after these messages.
I've had the same friends since I was a little kid. But this year, some of them started playing with these other kids. I guess there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, it's cool making new friends and all, but they weren't like us. They were, you know, different. And I heard my big brother saying some pretty bad stuff about people like them. But they seemed pretty cool, and we had a pretty good time. So, well, maybe my brother doesn't know everything.
Hey, Carlos, come on, we need you. Don't be afraid. Be your friend.
Okay, we're here at the top of the 4th inning. David Williams from the Pirates is pitching. And up to the plate, I believe, is Jason Nardella of the Red Sox. Let's go over the defensive alignments. I'm joined in the broadcast booth by legendary coach of the Orioles, Pops Shostak. David Williams throws a strike there. At first base, we have Paul Gormley. At second base, we have Tommy Joy. At shortstop, Jake Weisel. There's a hard hit ball. Oh, it just gets past the reach of Tommy Joy for a base hit to the Jason Nardella. Jason starts the inning off the American League with a ball up the middle for a single. Brings up Phil Martinetti. Let's finish off the defensive alignment. We have Nick Kelly at third base. In left field, we have Goldsmith, I believe. Okay, Phil Martinetti's to the plate. Here's the pitch from Williams. And a strike. Greenblatt throws down, but runner comes back safely. In center field is Ben Duggan. And in right field is Owen Ramika. So that's the defensive alignment for the National League. Pops, this is one of your kids, Phil Martinetti.
Yeah. He's a great little catcher.
And that ball goes into right field, gets past the right fielder, Ramika. Nardella is going to stop at second. No, he's coming to third. He will get third automatically on the overthrow that got by the right fielder. A little exuberance on that throw, and the right fielder was backing up just a little bit too close. So we have a runner at third base with no outs, and Martinetti up to the plate. Pops, have you seen Martinetti much this year?
Yeah, I saw him a lot. He's a great catcher.
Yeah, he looks like it. He's an 11-year-old as a catcher, so making the All-Star team is quite an accomplishment. And he strikes out. So Williams,
still a great catcher.
He's still a great catcher, that's right. And he's still a great kid.
Oh, yeah.
Even if he strikes out.
Yep.
We have one out with Nardella at third base. Another Oriole. Coming to the plate is David Madrid, the left-handed batter.
All right.
Strike one. Pops, what do you think about this year compared to your other, 30-odd years?
Yeah, I'll tell you one thing. I think this year you got a better group of kids. I don't mean they're better players. They've been playing ball a lot, these kids.
They seem like they're a baseball smarter group of kids.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And it's nice to see with all the other things going on in their lives. Yeah. A lot of devotion to the game of baseball. They really want to learn it.
This is one of the...
Play it well. Madrid strikes out for the second out.
These kids
well, when you taught them, they learned how to catch the ball.
Huh?
When you taught them, they learned how to catch the ball.
Oh, yes, definitely.
Casey McCoy coming to the plate. He'll try to bring in his teammate, Jason Nardella, with 2 outs. Paul Shields, the coach of the American League team, would like to get an insurance run. That's a low and inside pitch. Pops, what year is this for you now?
I think between me and my son Alan, I think this is 50 years.
50 years?
Yeah.
The golden anniversary.
Yeah.
That's it, Dave. Very nice.
Here's a swinging strike.
Alan started with me when he was 12.
53 were corrected, Pops. That golden anniversary was 3 years ago.
Oh, yeah? How come he never got me anything, my
Well,
son?
you'll have to ask him.
I'm talking to my son. How
I know,
come
you'll have to ask him. He's busy right now. 2-1 count to McCourt with a runner on third base and 2 outs. American League clinging to that 1-0 lead. It was a high pitch. Hitter's pitch now, 3-1. Williams has a lot of poise for an 11-year-old pitcher, Pops.
Yeah. I think they're all great, all of them.
Hey, Pop.
Hi, how are you? I think every team, and there's 6 teams here,
Come on, Dave, just focus on the run.
everybody can play ball.
Yep.
They can field, they can hit, they can run.
We have a little game going on, and McCourt takes second base. Williams didn't know what to do. He did the right thing though. He wanted to make sure the lead runner didn't advance. You know, make sure that lead runner doesn't score. Brings up Alex Coburn, who had a base hit his first time up. Runners on second and third. 2 outs. Let's see if he can deliver. Ball gets past the catcher. Here comes the runner, Nardella. Slides safely into home for the second run of the game for the American League. Nice slide by Jason Nardella. And the runner advances to third base. That's Casey McCourt. Pops, aggressive base running.
I'm telling you, these kids are tremendous. I think the teams all the 6 teams I think are evenly matched. I mean, anybody can win this year.
That's right. Anyone can beat anybody. That's what we try to match up with the teams.
That's it, Dave.
Okay, off-balance swing by Coburn on that one. Counts 1-1. Runner on third base with 2 outs. That pitch is low. Two and one's the count to Coburn. A pure hitter. 11-year-old from the Tigers. Here's the windup and the pitch from Williams. Ooh. That's a defensive swing on that one. Evens the count up at 2-2. There's a ball. Foul ball just past the reach of Nick Kelly at third base. Coburn trying to sneak one in down the line. Foul ball though. The count will remain at 2-2.
Look at the All-Stars. I'm really surprised. For the first time in years, I got top billing over my son.
Well, that's the way it should be. In capital letters. Coburn doing a beautiful job of wasting that pitch. Great job of protecting the plate.
Nothing play.
Okay, now
Coburn coming back to the plate. Counts 2-2. Here's the pitch from Williams. Ooh! Line drive foul by inches. Woo! Everybody on third base was stuck in there. Frank McCoy takes a bow. Says he's okay. Let's see if they have the left field defensive alignment. Everybody's switching over to left field, Pops.
Yep.
Why isn't the left fielder protecting the line more, I wonder? And here's the ball to right field. That's why Ramika underneath it makes the catch to end the inning. The American League pick up 1 run to make the score 2-0 after the end of 3.5. Don't go away, guys. We've got a barn burner. We'll be right back after these messages.
2 o'clock. Okay.
Your employees who serve in the National Guard and Reserve may seem different. They may work a little harder, be more confident, more willing to make the extra effort to get the job done right. So when your employees need time off to serve, remember, it's not just good for our country, it's good for your business.
Glad you could all make it.
In the bottom of the 4th inning, the American League leading 2-0. Stepan Papias Lefebvre takes the mound to face a strong fastball hitting Aaron Greenblatt, who will lead off the inning. Here's the first pitch of the 4th, and a strike on the outside corner.
He got 2 hits against us, 4 hits. He hit 4 home runs against us, this boy up there.
Yeah, well, he's batting over 500, and more than half of his hits are home runs this year.
Yeah.
Here's the second pitch, and there's strike 2. Defensively, we've got the Orioles battery of Lefebvre and Martinetti behind the plate. We've got Madrid at first base. And strike 3 to Greenblatt. Lefebvre blowing it by him. Continuing on defensively, Mark Harris is at second base, Kyle Williams at shortstop, Alex Coburn at third base. It's almost an all-Tiger infield. In left field, we've got Sam Taub. In center field, Jason Nardella. And in right field, Willie Walson. It's an all Red Sox outfield. Nick Kelly's up. Pops, what do you think of that last matchup? A 10-year-old against a 12-year-old? 10-year-old blew it by him.
This kid here, his brother. When he's 12, I don't think anybody's going to hit him.
Come on, Steph.
Here's a line drive, and Coburn reels it in. What a play by Coburn, what a hit by Kelly. What a play all the way around. And a big smile by Alex Coburn at third base. He knew he had it all the way.
Way to go.
Here's the line, a bunt. Coburn fields it. And runs it out. Nice play by David Williams to leg out that bunt signal. Coburn tried to throw him out, just missed him by a quick step. Little help on the call by Will Porter on that one.
That was it. Second guy.
Here's a squibber. Foul ball. Madrid picks it up.
Thanks. Thanks, Paul. What?
We've got 2 outs, runner on first base. John Joy's at the plate. Martinetti makes a beautiful kick stop on that pitch, using all of his pads. Oh, there's a changeup.
He's got a great changeup.
Nice. Pick it up, Kyle. Mark, back up the throw, coming down. All right, back to the pitch, too.
They got 2-1 count to John Joya. Here's the pitch from Lefebvre. Strike 2. And here's the third pitch. It's a pop-up. And Lefebvre takes charge and takes it. That's 3 outs to retire the side. No runs scored at the end of 4. The score is still 2-0 American League. Pops, it's been a pleasure.
Yeah, let me say one thing before I leave.
Okay.
I have had coaches in all the years.
Good job in the field.
This year, I think we have a group of the finest coaches that have been in the coaching this league.
Well, I agree. We have a great group of 6 coaches, and they've given so many hours of their time, and we're very fortunate to have them.
Yep.
Folks, we'll be right back after these messages. Don't go away. We've got a great game coming.
He protects all living things in the forest. But he can't do it alone. Please don't play with matches. Put out your campfires. And never, ever forget the words of Smokey Bear.
Only you can prevent forest fires.
Tommy Joy taking the mound. First pitch at the top of the 5th inning. And it looks like Sam Talib is up to the plate. Frank, this is one of your fine young players.
Yeah, Sam's a great ball player. Great ball player. Veteran, second-year player.
Looks like he's carrying a big stick too.
Yeah, he sure is. He made a nice play in the field earlier in the game.
Boy, Joy can really throw hard. I haven't seen him yet this year, but he's really throwing hard.
All the kids, I think, are pitching very well today.
Well, the scorebook would certainly indicate that. 1, 2, 3. Taub looks and says, I couldn't hit that pitch.
Yeah.
That's the first out of the inning. Defensively, we have Remika at first base, Gormley at second. It looks like the shortstop is John Joya. David Williams is at third. Nick Kelly in left. Gormley, I believe, is in center field. No, that's Darren Miller, excuse me. And in right field, we have Willie Goldsmith. At the plate,
Joe Tierney.
Joseph Tierney. Thanks for saving me.
Joe.
Looking it up in the book here. Shoeless Joe Tierney. Ooh, there was a nice hard pitch on the outside.
You can hear the outside. The pop of the leather there.
That's when you know it's throwing hard. There's a little squibber down to the first baseman. Oh, and it eludes the first baseman, Remika. Tierney says, give me that bag. I want it.
Oh, yeah. He dove back to touch the bag. Well, his head's up that he realized he missed it when he ran by. Smart of him to get back there quickly.
You love that exuberance from the kids. Kyle Williams coming to the plate. We've got one out. Kyle put down that beautiful squeeze bunt. Who called that one, Frank?
Oh, well, we're not talking.
Okay. Strike one to Williams. Williams is probably one of the best hitters in the league. He's hitting well over 600 this year. Some power, lots of runs batted in.
Yeah, he's throwing well, isn't he?
He sure is throwing great.
Good pitcher makes it seem so easy.
That's right.
They've got the form down and the consistency.
Oh, what a pitch. He struck out a 700 hitter on 3 straight pitches.
Yeah, and each pitch was one looked just like the other in terms of his form.
Couldn't touch those on the outside corner of each one. You know, what else is nice about these pitches, it really moves the game along. It creates a nice rhythm.
It sure does, yeah. It's all the difference in the world, because all the kids are in the game then.
And the fans, too.
That's a good point.
It doesn't give the fans a chance to visit the snack bar, but they're in the game nonetheless, and that's what's important. Connor Shields is up. Did a great job pitching the first 2 innings. Watch out.
Here he goes. Joe's going to second base. He'll get there standing up. So the American League has another man in scoring position. That second run for them is probably could prove to be an important run.
Sure.
And certainly runs are precious in this ball game, so let's see what happens here.
There's a tough low pitch. Shields shaking his head at that one. Yeah, in a game with very few hits, each run is precious.
Come on, Connor!
Well, Joy tried to get him going on the low pitch. That was a smart play by Joy. He got a low strike the first time, tried to come back the second time.
Nice stop, man.
What a stop by Greenblatt.
Yeah, Aaron did a great job. He really does get in front of the ball. Quick hands, natural catcher. And he seems to enjoy the position very much.
Oh, yeah. He's the best in the league.
Yeah.
We got him looking for the third out of the inning. That was a quick inning.
Sure was quick.
After 4.5, the American League 2, National League 0. We'll be right back after these messages.
1, 2, 1, 2.
Larry, you know, this simple exercise can help you stay healthy, which keeps medical costs down.
But you gotta do it every day, Vince. Or you'll get out of shape fast.
You could learn a lot from a dummy. Buckle your safety belt.
And we're back at the bottom of the 5th inning. Defensively, we've got Sam Towle pitching. His catcher is Phil Martinetti. At first base, we have David Madrid. Second base, Joe Tierney. At shortstop, Kyle Williams. At third base, Alex Coburn. It's a tiger left side of the infield. In right field, there's an attempted bunt. Here's Martinetti trying to throw him out, and he guns him down. What a play, what a play.
Nice
beautiful
job,
bunt,
around there.
and a beautiful defensive play. Great try. That was Gormley, I believe, who tried to lay down a bunt.
Yeah, and he did. He laid down a beautiful bunt there, and he hustled all the way down the line. It was a very, very close play, but it was fielded cleanly, and then a nice play by the first baseman as well.
To continue on with the defensive alignments, in right field is Willie Wallison, in center field is Connor Shields, and in left field is Jason Nardella. There's one out, Owen Ramika to the plate. Sam Taub comes right in with a strike. Frank, Sam's one of your better pitchers on your team.
Yeah, we have a nice, actually a deep pitching staff, 4 or 5 kids that can pitch, and we try to give them all a lot of innings, and it's worked out very well.
Oh, and there's a bullet down the left field line. It's a fair ball. It gets past Nardella. Here goes Ramika in for 2. Williams with a cutoff, and Ramika slides safely with a double.
It's good to see Owen get that hit. I'm glad he got that hit. That was a good, clean hit, one of the harder hits of the game, and also like the way the boys played that defensively, where Jason in left field, they hit the cutoff man and got the ball into second.
That's right. It was a good play all around. Beautiful hit, and defensively it was played flawlessly. It's just that Ramika just legged it out for a double. Beautiful play all around.
It's nice to see those plays, Howie. You know, where there's good hitting, and then of course good fielding and good quickness in the plays, so that the ball, you see the ball moving quickly. It's really great. It's really a great thing to see how these kids have developed.
Brings up Willie Goldsmith. He'll try to bring in his teammate Owen Ramika. Todd comes in with a strike, and I believe it's 2-1. And there's a drive. Shields gathers it in at second base. Here's a throw. Oh, he almost had a double play. A fine play by Shields. It looks like he may have injured his right arm, though.
Yeah, he's trying to shake it off. I think he may have just overthrown that ball a little bit. That ball was also well
was tagged.
And it was hit so hard that there was an opportunity to double up that man at second base. But Owen did a good job sliding back, and you can see his pants show the effort there. He's rubbing his hands right now. He did a nice job getting back.
But it also brings up the fact that, as I was mentioning to my other broadcast partners during the game, the overall intelligence of the kids. They really know the game well. The cutoff they know. Connor knew to try to double them off at second. There's a lot of baseball intelligence out there besides the talent.
It's really a pleasure to see it too. You know, we've all known these kids since they were started out in instructional and come up through the ranks, and it's really great to see them playing at this level.
Darren Miller follows the ball off from Sam Taub.
Just missed that pitch.
Oh yeah. We have 2 outs with Ramika at second base. The furthest National Leaguer has advanced. Taub trying to leave him there. Here's Miller with a swing. It looks like it's going to be a foul ball and out of play.
All right, Darren, next time.
No one could catch up to that one. Miller's got 2 strikes. Miller has really improved this year, Frank. I don't know if you recall him last year, but his hitting stroke really came down this year, and he's one of Steve Z and Will Porter's best hitters this year.
Yeah, he's a very good hitter, and the pleasure of coaching his older brother, who is also a very good hitter.
And there's a ground ball, weak ground ball to the pitcher. Taub throws him out to end the inning, leaving the runner at second base.
That was a great inning. Hey, Howie, I'm going to leave you here. This was my inning, but I wanted to just say, well, before I left, that what a great job you've done this year. I've loved coaching with you and against you over the years, and this year as commissioner of the league, I think you've done a fantastic job. And particularly was impressed with the way the draft was handled, and I think the season was made almost at that drafting table before the season started.
Thank you. It's been, we all do it because we love working with the kids, and we all have a lot of fun.
Well, you do a great job.
Well, as have you. Thanks, Frank.
Okay.
Folks, we'll be right back after these messages with the final 2 innings of today's game.
They're still around, and these diseases could be life-threatening if you don't protect your baby from them. Full protection takes around 5 visits for shots, starting by 2 months and ending by age 2. Ask if your baby is up to date on every visit to your doctor. Or if you don't have a doctor, call 1-800-232-2522 to find out where to get your baby shots. When it comes to immunization, your baby's counting on you.
We're back, folks, at the top of the 6th inning. Owen Ramika has taken the mound. The American League is holding on to a 2-0 lead. Up first for the American League will be Casey McCourt, the hero of the home run contest. Defensively, we have Ramika pitching, Aaron Greenblatt, naturally a catcher. It looks like Jamie Waters is taking first base. Second base is John Joya. Here's Ramika's first pitch for a ball. At shortstop, we have the gentleman's son, the gentleman who's joining me.
Ben Duggan at shortstop.
Ben Duggan. We all know where he gets his great baseball skills from.
From his mother.
That's right. And third base, Nick Kelly. Left field looks like David Williams. Center field, Darren Miller. And right field, I believe that's
Jake Wiesel, isn't it?
No, Willie Goldsmith, I think.
Is it Willie Goldsmith? Okay.
Ramika's second pitch of the inning. Strike, low at the knees to Casey McCourt.
Fast-moving game today, Howard?
Very fast. My wife's going to appreciate it.
Lots of good pitching?
Great pitching. Ramika's fourth delivery, I believe.
1-2 now. Ramika's funny when he comes from the side like that. He doesn't seem to have much on it, but it fools a lot of these batters, and they're often well ahead of the pitch.
Yeah, they're accustomed to an over-the-top pitcher.
There it is,
right there. Yep. Casey McCourt strikes out to start the sixth inning. We've got one out. Phil Martinetti will be coming to the plate. Jimmy, tell me a little bit about your year this year. How are things going so far?
Well, we have had a year in two parts, Howard. We had a year before some of our key players got injured, and then we had a year after our key players got injured. We lost really our best player and our #1 pitcher, Ben Silk, who fractured a finger in a soccer match. Was out for basically 3 weeks, the last 3 weeks. That's had a serious effect on our pitching and our defense. And not to mention he was our leadoff hitter. And then we had drafted a bright young 11-year-old named Matt Gillen, who we had a lot of hope for. He's quite a good athlete and very coachable kid, and a left-handed bat. And as you know, I'm in love with left-handedness.
Yep.
And
your son is left-handed?
Well, he's not, but I wish he were.
Well, he bats left-handed.
He does bat left-handed. That's the one decent thing I've done for him, I think. I turned him around when he was about 3 and said, "This is where you stand." And he wasn't old enough or smart enough to question me at the time.
Now he is.
Now he is. But Gillen had an appendectomy, and he was out for 3 weeks. So with one of our bright young players and one of our veteran players out, we've struggled the last couple of weeks. But
Madrid follows that one off.
We're rounding into shape, and frankly, I expect we'll be ready for the playoffs, and that's when it all counts.
That's where it does count. I'm corrected. That's Phil Martinetti at the plate. When you have Martinetti and Madrid from the same team, it's a little tough on the announcers. Martinetti's followed off a couple of pitches here. Ramika's ready to throw this offering.
And
he strikes him out.
Looked like a ball to me, Howard. But that sidearm kind of swoosh.
When you're in the All-Star game, all things can happen.
I suppose, and you got to be up there swinging too.
That's right. Now David Madrid is at the plate. The left-hander from the Orioles faces Owen Ramika.
Ooh, had a notion, but couldn't pull the trigger.
Ramika struck out the first 2 batters he has faced.
He tries to lay down the bunt, but couldn't get the job done.
Looks like the handle was just pointed in the wrong direction.
Pointed up.
Jimmy, talk to me about the overall competition in the league compared to last year.
Well, I'm tickled with how things have worked out this year. We've got 6 teams in the league, as you know. Right now, as we speak, 4 of them have either 6 or 7 wins. The first place Tigers are a very solid club, but on any given day, I think anybody can beat them. And the Dodgers have 5 wins, and of their losses, 5 of them have come by 1 run. Turn a couple of those games around, and the Dodgers are right in the mix of it too.
Here's a swinging strike for strike 3 on David Madrid. We'll continue this conversation after these messages. The score after 5.5, American League 2, National League none. We'll be right back after these messages.
It may not look like it, but you're watching the future of the Earth pass by. Because many of these products are made from materials you've been recycling. But to keep recycling working, you need to buy products that say, made from recycled materials. For all those next in line, it would mean the world to them.
We're back. Bottom of the 6th inning. American League clinging to that 2-0 lead. We have Willie Walson coming back from an injury to take the mound. This is his 2nd outing since he was on the injured list. He'll be facing Jamie Waters, the power hitting from the Braves. First pitch. Ooh,
he's an excellent hitter, Howard.
Well, you know him well. He's your
He's my
player.
3 hitter. He's got great power, and he's got a good eye. And what I like about him the best is he makes adjustments as the game goes on. And deeper into the game, the late in the 5th and 6th and 7th innings, I'd like to see Jamie up there with the game on the line.
Right. Well, he stepped out in that pitch. Wallison blows one by him, so the count is 1-1. If you look at the outfield, you'll see they're playing him pretty deep, so they respect his power.
He can take it deep. There's no question about that.
Strike 2 to Waters, a swinging strike. Wallison looks like he was no worse for the wear after his arm injury.
That's all we said.
He pitched 6 innings against us a couple of weeks ago, Howard, and I think was pitching stronger in the 6th inning than he did in the 1st. Oh, Jamie.
And strike 3 to Jamie Waters for the first out of the inning.
If it's high, let it fly. If it's low, let it go. Everything else you swing at, huh?
Is that what they taught you?
That's what they taught me about 35 years ago.
Well, Jim, you were an all-star, I believe, so...
once.
Well,
once.
Okay.
Yes, I was.
That's important.
Nice of you to remember, Howard.
You were an all-star the year I was born.
That's, well, you know, nonetheless, the historical record will be shown.
We won't talk about the award you just missed.
No.
Aaron Greenblatt is to the plate with a one-strike count, I believe. Wallison's the pitcher. Here's his second offering. Marinetti has trouble catching that one. Boy, Aaron Greenblatt is tall, powerful kid. Look at his legs. He has a lot of upper body strength.
He's a wonderful catcher. People talk about his hitting and his power hitting in particular, but if you watch him on a daily basis, what really impresses you is what a wonderful defensive catcher he is, and what a great throwing arm he has.
Well, he's showing his defensive skills today, that's for sure.
You know, I mean, people don't see it, but you know, you pick up all those low balls and you hold on to those foul tips, and you know, you make the play on those bunts. Boy, it all adds up at the end of the day.
That's right. There's a strike. I think what's most important, though, Jim, is he's a good kid.
He is. He's a peach of a kid. I love him. I've had him on my team the last 2 years, and I hope I can have him another 2.
Well, if he coaches ponies, maybe you will.
Well, we'll see.
Greenblatt comes back into the box. Here's Wallison's delivery.
Yeah.
And a line drive. Smoked a one-hopper to the fence that goes over the fence for a ground rule double. Aaron Greenblatt finds his stroke, connects, finds the left center gap, and gets himself a double. That's going to make him feel good.
Finally a hit for the National League. What if we had 2 today?
That could be the second hit of the game. It was a bunt single, and in this one?
No, not much else. We've had a couple of walks, I think.
Well, with 1 out, we have a runner in scoring position for the National League. Nick Kelly to the plate.
Nick Kelly's another member of my team. Plays a very solid third base. He's our 5 hitter. Very calm, very composed in the box. Good RBI, man. I'd like to see him put a good stroke on the ball right here, Howard. He had a good line drive his first time at bat, but the third baseman was well positioned, and Coburn
made a heck of a play.
Yes, he did.
Just Wallison's delivery. High gets past Marinetti. Greenblatt does not come. He does not advance. Well, it's a tough call for the third base coach. You know, you're down 2 runs. You certainly don't want to give up an out at third base with only 1 out. You have the runner in scoring position, some good hitters up to the plate. Martinetti's a fine catcher back there.
I don't think you go unless you're sure. If you're not sure, stay where you are.
How can you be sure, though? You're never sure.
Well,
that's a low one. That's
I looked a little low from the blue.
1 and 2 is the count.
1 and 2. You got to protect now.
I have no idea. I just know they usually have something afterwards.
Here's the pitch.
Yeah.
And a sharp ground ball. Oh, just past the outstretched arm of Williams. He's coming home. Here's the throw home. What a throw by Shields, and Greenblatt slides back safely.
There you go.
What a play by Connor Shields to keep the runner at third base and keeping this game scoreless for the National League. It was a beautiful hit right up the middle, past the outstretched dive of Williams. Shields came up firing. Greenblatt stayed his course. Runners at second and third, 1 out. Brings to the plate little David Williams from the Pirates. Frank McCoy is going to chat with his pitcher, Willie Wallison. He'll bring his catcher, Phil Martinetti, up.
Now the decision not to run Greenblatt to third base on the pass ball looms large. That was a run scored if he had been on third, and a 1-run game is a very different proposition than a 2-run game.
That's right. Well, let's see what Williams and Joy are up next after him will do. They may regret not sending Greenblatt to third.
This is interesting here. These are two 11-year-olds, one from the Pirates and one from the Dodgers, who are next up in the order. So let's see how they handle the situation.
And let's just stretch out one player further. There's an 11-year-old catcher. Here's the pitch from Walton.
That low pitch. I don't know why they're in love with that, but these umpires love that low pitch, and it's not a strike, Howard. It really isn't.
Well, let's not disparage the umpire. He's done a pretty good job so far.
I agree, but they all call that pitch below the knee.
Hopefully this game will be broadcast after the playoffs, so he doesn't have any of their games. Paul Shields, the head coach of the American League team, is positioning his outfielders for this batter. You know, it's crucial now. Second and third, 2-0. Any misplay can be a killer.
A little outside, a little high. Gonna come to you now, number 9. He's gonna come to you, 9. Be ready, be quick. Put it in play.
Oh, outside corner.
Swing the bat. You gotta swing the bat.
It's a tough spot for an 11-year-old.
It is. It really is.
Full count. Wallison at the mound. Shields yelling instructions. Oh, that ball gets away from him.
No. Go back.
Okay, we saw the proper execution though. Wallison covered home, made sure that Greenblatt wasn't going. Don't turn your back on that base runner. We've got a full count.
3-2.
3-2. Runners on second and third. 2-0. Boy, this is a great game.
On a beautiful afternoon to boot. It's just gorgeous baseball weather.
The gods were good to us today.
Yes. Ball 4.
Ball 4. Take your base. Loads the bases.
Well, I think Mr. Wollaston bailed Mr. Williams out there on those last two.
1 out, folks.
Yes, 1
Bases
out.
loaded. Play at any base.
John Joyer up.
John Joyer. And look out. Look who's on deck. Ben Duggan. Who always puts the ball in play.
Well, I'm not sure about that, but hopefully he'll try to put the ball in play, and then you see what happens.
Yeah, well, let's see what happens with Joyer first.
Joyer's a good hitter, by the way, a good young hitter. He could do some damage right here. Yeah, get out of play.
Here's one. Foul ball. Nice try by a fan in the stands. It looks like Mark Harris's dad. Obviously, we see where Mark Harris gets his skills from. That was a tough hop, though. We're back to the action. Wallison pitching to Joyer with 1 strike.
Good pitch.
Nice play by Martinetti. Ball 1.
Ball back.
A little bit ahead of that one. We got 2 strikes to Joyer. Wallison on the mound. Here's his pitch.
High. Little high. Tough to take that pitch, though.
Tough pitch. Big kid, too.
Yep.
Call the low strike. Never call the high strike.
That's why I didn't take that much.
Count is 2-2 to Joyer, an 11-year-old.
And
here's the foul ball. Can someone get to it? Oh, good try by Sam Taub. Nice try. John Joyer is the son of our second inning broadcast partner, Randy Joyer. John's another one in the fine line of Joyer youth baseball players. Wilson steps up onto the mound. Here's the pitch. Gets past the catcher. He's coming. He's coming.
Oh, Aaron. Oh.
And he's going to score that run. Okay, little poor execution between the pitcher and catcher there. Allowing the first National League run to score. The runners advance to second and third.
What?
That is not how you diagram it, Howard, but the National League will take the run.
That's right. Now 2-1.
2-1, a couple.
And all of a sudden, we've got the go-ahead run at second base with 1 out.
Count is 3-2.
Count is 3-2, I believe. Ball 4.
Ball 4. Bases loaded. Well, Howard, you'll excuse me, and I'm sure the audience will understand. I'm going to sit quietly and not say boo during this at bat, as I say a quick Hail Mary to the baseball gods.
I'm sure we'll be hearing if there's a questionable pitch, though.
Yeah. If he calls that low strike, I may have a word or two to say.
This is a family program. Just please remember that. It's rated G.
That's right.
Okay, we have bases loaded. Ben Duggan is up to the plate.
Here we go, Bell.
Ben is a great contact hitter. Let's see if he puts the ball in play, bring this game tied.
Yes.
So.
Oh, you're going
to play Williams. Gets the force and home plate. A very heads-up play by Kyle Williams and Phil Martinetti to keep the tying run at third base. There's 2 outs. The infield can go back now. And
well,
up to the plate.
He put it in play, Howard.
He sure did. He did what we thought he would.
He did what he was supposed to do. But while Williams is a fine defensive player.
Yeah, in my opinion, there is no better shortstop in the league than Kyle Williams defensively.
Well, I could argue Ben Silk to you. I could argue Tommy Joy to you.
I don't know if
on the right day, I'd argue Ben Duggan to you. But day in and day out, I think there's really nobody better than Kyle.
Yeah.
Very calm,
I think his
very
range,
collected.
If you recall the World Series game last year, diving behind second base to make 2 beautiful plays. But no disrespect to those other plays. They are fine too. Owen Ramika steps up to the plate, takes strike 1 from Willie Walson. Ramika hit the bullet his last time up. A 1-hopper to the fence for a double. He'd like to do it again.
Ramika's been involved in a lot of action in this game today.
The ball is finding Owen Ramika today.
It's the Owen Ramika show. Oh no, don't go.
Yeah, you can't go in that one. Boy, Willie's going to breathe a big sigh of relief if he can get through this inning with only 1 run scored.
No.
We've got a 1-1 count to Ramika.
If Mr. Ramika will be patient here, he's going to get a good pitch to hit, and he might be able to drive it here.
Here's another strike, another low strike. My partner will refrain from saying anything.
I will observe only that the strike zone is from the letters to the knees. Let's see what happens here.
There's 2 strikes to Ramika. Walson taking a deep breath. Keep in mind, he's coming off of that injury. Here's the pitch. A squibber. Back to the mound. He's going to go home with it. And he gets him out. Hey, any way he can do it, he'll take it. Willie Walson calms down, leaves the bases plugged with runners, leaves the tying run stranded at third base. After 6, the score, American League 2, National League 1. We'll be right back after these messages with the exciting last and final inning. Well, maybe not. It could be tied. We'll be right back after these messages. Don't go away.
If you can boil water, you can cook a meal for someone who can't. Your local volunteer center can show you how easy it is.
Okay, we're back, folks. Top of the 7th inning, American League 2, National League 1. Looks like Jamie Waters has taken the mound for the National League. Willie Walson is going to be first up for the American League. Defensively, we've got, who's that?
John Joyer at first base.
Ben Duggan
at second.
Jake Weisel at short, and Williams at third. TJ Thomas Joy in left. Darren Miller in center, and Willie Goldsmith in left. Here's the first pitch from Waters, and Walson swings and misses on the first one. Nail biting time, folks. Paul Shields is taking third base himself.
I'm going to have to watch Jamie very closely here, Howard. We have a game tomorrow, and I've got to decide whether to pitch him Sunday or Monday. So he's auditioning right now for a spot in the rotation. He doesn't know it, but...
Here's the second pitch to Walson, puts it out of play. What's that, a 0-2 count now?
0-2.
0-2 to Walson, who got out of that inning.
1 run, but otherwise unscathed.
A little shaken, but again, he's coming back off a bad arm injury. Here's Waters' next offering. It's ball 1-2. Just want to see if he would chase that one. What a game we've had here today, folks.
It's been a well-played game.
Very well played. Great pitching.
Quick moving. It's almost like a Pedro Martinez game.
That's right.
The game's over in an hour and 10 minutes. And now you're ready to go to the cask and flag and have a cold one.
Well, they have Diet Coke on ice. That's what I drink.
We should note for the record that Waters struck out Wallace tonight.
And next up is Alex Coburn, who is 1 for 2, I believe.
Another 11-year-old player.
Another 11-year-old. It's going to be a great year next year. Here's Waters' delivery to Coburn. Oh, and sends him back.
That'll sit him down.
1-0 to Alex Coburn, who made a great defensive play in the first inning.
There's a good pitch at the knees.
Yeah, it's got his front foot moving there. Coburn, another one of those promising 11-year-olds. Here's Waters. And Coburn rips it to shortstop. Weisel gathers it in and throws him out. A nice play by John Joy to pick that one out of the dirt.
Nice pick by the first baseman there, Howard. He made it look easy, but it wasn't. 2 outs. Jamie Waters looks like he's invincible here for the first 2 batters.
That's right. I guess he's going to be pitching tomorrow.
He's going to pitch tomorrow against the Dodgers. So
Case closed.
Here we go. Great job, Jamie. Get a good night's sleep.
We have Sam Talib up at the plate with 2 outs, trying to get something going. Here's Waters' pitch outside. We've got a one ball count on Taub. Here's a pitch from Waters, strike 1. Sam's dad, Bruce, coach of the Red Sox, is coaching first base. Hopes to see his son down there, joining him.
And play, strike 2. 1 more. And the National League can sit down and contemplate a 2-1 deficit with 3 outs left.
And they may be thankful they have their last ups. Here's the pitch, and Taub hits a number down to first base. Joy gathers in, flips it over to Duggan, covering first base for the 3rd out of the inning to set him down 1-2-3. After 6.5, the National League will be coming up in their last ups of the 7th inning with a score 2-1 American League. Folks, don't go away. You don't want to miss this action. We'll be right back after these messages.
So, whose influence are you under?
We are back. Willie Wallison taking his final warm-up pitches in a terribly exciting game.
Howard, let me offer a word to go back to what we were talking about a couple of innings ago when you asked me about the balance in the league, and we were talking about the teams with, 6-7 wins, and even the last place team is competitive with the first place team. I think in a way this All-Star game confirms that balance. It's 2-1. It's been a very well-played game. Both sides have equal depth in terms of their pitching, their catching, and their defense. And I think that it ought to be a lesson for us all when we put the teams together again in the future. It's much more fun for everybody if all of the teams are competitive.
That's right, and we've had it all throughout the year and in this game today. That's a good point. Willie Goldsmith is starting off the last of the 7th inning. Willie Wallison is pitching. We've got Sam Talib at first, Alex Coburn at second, Casey McCord at short, Stefan Lefebvre at third. Here's the second pitch. Hard grounded to Lefebvre. He brings it in and throws the first runner out. Goldsmith coming hard down the line. He's the first out of the inning in the 7th inning. The Pirates are down to their last 2 outs. Wallison, 1 pitch, 1 out. Just like that. He'll take it anytime he can get that, Jim.
Well, that's pretty economical.
Oh, that's right. You're playing,
He's got a good defense behind him. Here's the first pitch to Miller.
Miller's a good high ball hitter. If Wallison comes up high to him, Darren Miller can't take you deep with that high fastball. He likes that pitch up around the letters.
Well, we got Shields in center, Harris in left. Here's a sharp ball. Hit the Coburn. It's at his feet, and he will be safe. He runs it out. A hard hit ball that Coburn was able to stop from going into right field. The tying run is on first base. Brings up Jamie Waters.
If I had to pick a kid, I would pick Jamie Waters and say, here's a bat, son, go up there and hit.
We have a chance for a walk-off home run, Jim.
Let's see what happens. He's a very, very confident young hitter. I wouldn't be surprised if he got a good piece of Wallison right here. He's seen him now. Oh, that was a good swing.
Let's just correct a couple of defensive alignments. Kyle Williams is in left field. Connor Shields is in right field. And Joe Tierney is, Connor Shields is in center field. And Joe Tierney's in right field. Willie Wallison's the pitcher. Here's the pitch to Waters. We have a runner on first base. Here's the pitch, a hard hit ball into center field. Miller takes second base. The National League have the go-ahead run on first base, the tying run on second base, and look who's up. It's Aaron Greenblatt.
Wow.
This could be something, folks.
This is special right here, Howard. Hits a run and ties the game.
Don't need a home run. You don't need that extra run, do you?
No, sir. You just need a good line drive.
That's right. And Paul Shields is going out to calm his pitcher down.
Well, I must say I'm very pleased with Mr. Waters, who has represented the Braves very ably here today.
That's right.
That was a fine hit in a tough spot.
Yeah, sharp hit right up the middle.
Yes, it was.
We've got a pinch runner. Paul Gormley is in for Jamie Waters. Steve Z, recognizing the fact that he's the go-ahead run, wants a little more speed on the base pass. Good strategic move by Steve.
I think that's a sound move, and Steve Z is wide awake, and he's at the switch.
That's right. Okay, folks. Aaron Greenblatt, 11 home runs this year?
11 home runs and 26 RBIs.
Well, he might like to pencil in 12 and 29. Let's see if one of those is his lucky numbers. Here's the pitch from Wallison. And there's the drive! Way back! It's gone! A home run for Aaron Greenblatt!
A walk-off home run, Howard. That's not too shabby.
A walk-off home run. Aaron Greenblatt has delivered. The game-winning hit, the All-Star game-winning hit, a line drive over the center field fence. What a game. What a game.
Howard, the nice thing about that is Aaron had struck out in his two previous at-bats and yet had the maturity and the discipline to forget about it, focus on the matter at hand, and when he saw his chance, he really took advantage of it.
That's right. Nothing Shields could have done on that ball. It was well over his reach.
If he'd have made that catch, it was one for the ages.
And if you look at center field, I don't know if the camera can get this, but Paul Shields has gone out to center field to retrieve the ball for Greenblatt. Quite an act of sportsmanship.
He's a great gentleman and a fine coach.
And that's what we're all about here, folks. It's a very disheartening loss for the American League. They felt they had it all the way, but frankly, that's why you have a home team, and that's why they get their last stops. They always get a chance to come back to win the game. And I've been doing this quite a few years, Jim. So have you. I don't think I've ever seen a more exciting game than this.
It's an excellent, well-played game against two competitively matched teams, and that's why baseball is the best game. The twists, the turns, the ups, the downs, and as I say, Greenblatt was 0 for 2 or 0 for 3. He had 2 Ks coming into this, and nobody's going to remember that now, Howard. They're just going to remember the 7th inning, a 3-run dinger to walk off, and I think probably take the MVP trophy with it. Wouldn't you think?
Might have a good chance.
I wouldn't be surprised.
He's got an all-star memory to tell his kids about.
Yes, he does. Good for him.
And I'm sure his dad, Lee, is very proud. And what a way to win just a great, great afternoon. Folks, we'll be right back after these messages for the trophy presentations. Don't go away. We'll be right back after.
You got to give it the final score, Howard.
Hey, the final score. No need to say it out loud, but we will. 42.
National League 4, American League 2.
What a game.
In the books.
What a game. We'll be right back, folks.
If you took away a star for every 1 million people who didn't vote, and a stripe for every 5 million non-voters, and a patch of blue for the 10 million people who didn't care, exactly what kind of flag are we waving?
Say Merry Christmas. Did you have a good Christmas? Yeah, get lots of stuff. Hey! Get your horsey. Do something cute. You're just gonna sit there and grin?
Next time your friend insists on driving drunk, do whatever it takes to stop him.
Let's start off with Kyle Williams, who had a great game at shortstop and who laid down that beautiful bunt to start the run scoring for the American League. Kyle? Next up, this young gentleman pitched a great couple of innings. Connor Shields.
Great play in center field.
And a wonderful play in center field on a nice hard line drive.
Here you go, buddy.
Good game, Connor. Next up, promising 11-year-old Alex Coburn had a great hit and a beautiful play at third base earlier in the game. Alex? And next up, fine 11-year-old backstop from the Tigers, Mark Harris.
Thank you.
Good job, Mark. Okay, from the Orioles. He pitched a great couple of innings today. Stefan Papias-Lefebvre. Good job, Steph.
Good job, Stephanie.
From the Orioles, who had a great game behind the plate, Phil Martinetti. He wants to go home with the pads. Whoever his parents are, please make sure he takes them off before bedtime. Good job. Okay, from the Orioles, Joseph Tierney had a great game at first base today. Good game, Joe.
Thanks.
Good game, Joe. Here you go. Thanks. Enjoy it. You can take it. Enjoy it.
And another first baseman from the Orioles, David Madrid. Good game, David.
Good game, David. Congratulations.
Okay, from the Red Sox, he pitched another great game today and played a real heads-up third base, Sam Taub. Good game, Sam.
Congratulations.
The hero from the earlier action in the home run contest, played a splendid game today at shortstop, Casey McCourt. Good game, Casey.
I go.
Good game, Casey. Here you go, buddy.
From the Red Sox, Jason Nardella. Jason, come on out, get your trophy. Good game, Jason. And from the Red Sox, Willie Wallison. Good job, Willie. Okay, representing the Red Sox as a coach, Bruce Taub. Did I say it right?
Close enough.
I've been practicing that for 2 months now.
Thank you.
Congratulations, Bruce.
Thank you. That was such a nice game.
That was a good game.
And let me grab one trophy here so I can ceremoniously give it to the head coach of the American League All-Stars, Paul Shields.
Oh, thank you, Howard.
Good job, guys. Excellent job, American League. A wonderful game played by all. You guys are truly deserving of being in this game today, and we look forward to seeing you in baseball next year, whether it's in the Pony League or this league next year. Let's bring on the National League, the victorious National League All-Stars.
I'm gonna give another these to Arlen for Joey Sherman.
Oh, let's all. I apologize. Let's recognize the coach of the Orioles, Arlen Shostak, who has spent today behind the camera shooting today's game for Brookline Access Television and courtesy of his own video production company. I'd also like to recognize Joey Sherman of the Orioles, who is unable to be here today, and we have a trophy held in reserve for him as well. So let's have a hand for Joey Sherman. He deserves it too. Okay, now the victorious National League All-Stars. We're going to start off with the Dodgers, Jake Wiesel, who had a great game starting off pitching today. Congratulations, Jake.
Thank you.
There you go. Good job.
Next up from the Dodgers, John Joya. Good job, John.
Thank you.
Good job, John.
Okay, a gentleman who I think started the rally in the 7th inning, Owen Ramika. Is that correct?
You got going in the 5th inning outside of that.
Good job, Owen. Congratulations.
Good job, Owen.
And finally, from the Dodgers, Willie Goldsmith. Great game, Willie.
Good job, Willie.
Okay, from the Pirates, the power throwing pitcher, shortstop, second baseman today, Thomas Joy. Great job, TJ.
Good job, TJ.
From the Pirates, who played a great second base today and first base, I believe, as well, Paul Gormley. Good job, Paul. From the Pirates, played a great center field today, also stung the ball, I believe, a couple of times, Darren Miller. Good job, Darren.
Good job.
And lastly, from the Pirates, pitcher David Williams.
Little D. Go, buddy. Take your hand.
Good job, David. Okay, from the Braves, unable to play today, but here to collect a trophy, a well-deserved trophy, Ben Silk. Also from the Braves, Nick Kelly. Good job, Nick. Great game.
Excellent job. Nick, smile at the camera.
From the Braves, an integral part of that rally, Jamie Waters.
Good job, Bull.
From the Braves, Ben Duggan. Good game, Ben. And finally, and certainly not least or last, Aaron Greenblatt, who hit the game-winning home run. Let's hear it for Aaron. Good job, Aaron.
Good job, Aaron.
All right, Aaron.
If I could bring out the head coaches of the Dodgers, Bill Cribben. Bill. Come on out, Bill. We have a trophy for your dog. Yes. For being a splendid coach.
For being a what?
A great coach.
Like that under the tree the whole day.
and you got sunburn.
You're actually a coach.
Okay, Jimmy Duggan, come on out, please. Jim Duggan, coach of the Braves. I'm sure he had a lot to do with that home run hit by Aaron Greenblatt.
I taught him everything he knows.
Not bashful, Jim Duggan. And finally, the Victor's Trophy to the head coach of the National League, Steve Z.
Thank you. Good job, Howard.
Okay, folks, thank you very much for coming down. You witnessed a great game. Please support us during the playoffs and the World Series games. And thank you for coming. We appreciate all your support. Thank you.
In a life-threatening emergency, you should know what to do. Say a loved one exhibits unusual symptoms. The first thing to do is...
Clear!
No. The first thing to do...
Oh! Tourniquet! No!
The first thing you do is pick up the phone and dial your emergency number.
Call 911 first.
Right.
How about mouth-to-mouth?
I don't think so. To learn more about life-saving techniques, contact your Red Cross.
We're back after today's thrilling game. I'm standing next to the Home Run Derby champion and hero, Casey McCourt. Casey, tell me a little bit about the your home run contest winning hit.
Well, I thought everybody was kind of a run for the roses. It was well fought by everybody. Though there weren't that many home runs hit, I thought that.
Was it tough to get accustomed to the pitching machine?
Yeah, it was was yeah, it was a lot different, and yes.
Yeah, a lot of times those pitches don't come in like a baseball does, and takes a little getting used to as a batter. But a little kid like you showed that you had the most power of them all. So congratulations, it's a thrilling day for you, and you did a great job.
Thank you.
Okay, take care.
You too.
And now let's bring in the MVPs of today's game from the American League, Connor Shields, and the National League. Who else but Aaron Greenblatt? You guys had a great game today. Connor, let's start off with you. You pitched 2 great innings, the first and second inning. I don't even believe you had a base runner on base. If you did, it was just one.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about your pitching today, how you faced the pitcher, how you faced the batters, and what you did that worked well.
Well, we know that likes to give us the outside corner, so me and Mark Harris, who was catching, we set up the whole time at the outside corner, and we just tried to hit that each time, and it worked pretty well.
I'd say it worked very well. Were you surprised at the success that you had mowing down the National League All-Stars?
Oh, yeah, a little bit. The first 4, yeah.
A little modesty won't kill you.
Yeah.
Well, that's great. You had a great game. You should be really proud of yourself. And you represented the American League and the Tigers very well. So thank you. Congratulations on being named the MVP. Let's bring in Aaron. Connor, why don't you step to his side? Aaron, I guess I need a little box to stand on because you're probably taller than me. Congratulations. You had just a great game behind the plate.
Yeah.
We were talking about your defensive prowess in the broadcasting the game. But Jimmy Duggan and I were saying, boy, this could be something special when we saw Aaron Greenblatt walk up to the plate, and sure enough, you delivered. Tell me a little bit about your at-bat for the game-winning home run.
Jimmy Duggan and my dad are always telling me just to swing for line drives, and I was going.
Well, line drives is what you hit, and just what happened to go a little bit higher than most line drives do. Connor actually was the center fielder. I called, I said that he didn't have a chance to catch that one. Connor, you leaped pretty high, and it was well past your reach. But Aaron, was there a lot of pressure on you? Were you nervous when you got to the plate? You certainly understood the significance of the at-bat.
Well, I get up in that kind of situation. I try to box everything else out.
Well, you certainly did a good job there. Congratulations. You two are well-deserving MVPs. Don't let it ruin don't let it get to your heads for the remainder of the playoffs. But enjoy the moment and just remember it because it was a special time for you both. So congratulations and thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
Folks, that wraps up a truly splendid day here at Elliott Field. We said at the outset that it could be a game that will be among the best that there have been in All-Star competition. And with a 4-2 game, a walk-off game-winning home run by Aaron Greenblatt, he delivered that special game. And it was truly a wonderful event. We appreciate your support. Thank you for watching this game on Brookline Access Television, and thank you to Arlen Shostak of Shostak Video Productions for bringing it to you. My name is Howard Rosenstein. Thanks for watching.